Hey everybody, welcome to Lux Speaks. This is your host, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I know a lot of people struggle with, and I want to help you guys out with this, and that is knowing your soul's purpose. So a lot of times in life, we could come to a point where we don't know what our purpose is. We don't know what we're here to do. And I feel like any enlightened being is going to ask themselves this question at some point or another. Now, a lot of people go their whole life without asking this question. They kind of just go by their instinct, go with the flow, and that's a topic for another time. But if you're wondering what your life's purpose is, or your soul purpose beyond everything, this is literally going to be a list of things you can do because you have all the tools right now in front of you to figure this out. So grab your pens, grab your notebook, and let's get into it. So, very first thing that I want you to do is I want you to look up, if you haven't already, look up the meaning of your name. And you could do your first and last name, but primarily this is your first name. And you can do secondary, your middle name as well. And the reason why is because I really do believe, I haven't really heard it said that much, but I believe that your name holds a clue to your destiny or to your purpose. And you can look up how do I say it? Like a lot of names come from like Latin, for example. So you can dissect pretty much what the name meanings are in general, because there's going to be a couple, but they're all kind of derived mostly sometimes from Latin, depending on the, what culture the name is from. But every name has a meaning, and just keep that in mind. It's not the end all be all, but keep that meaning in mind, because all of these steps that you're going to do, they're all going to be clues to what your life soul purpose is going to be. Okay, so after you do that, just take a little note of that. Second thing I want you to do is, this one's kind of more proactive and like research like, but I want you to follow your intuition. And not only that, but keep track of the actions that you do that come from your intuition. How you're going to know it's your intuition, especially if you're like an anxious individual, your intuition is not anxious. Your intuition is crystal clear. It's just like a clear, like lightning bolt, clear idea, clear like knowing of things that you will not do and things that you will do. And the reasons why is not always apparent, but you just know. Okay, so you can trace this back all the way to when you were little. What is something that you just intuitively, like lines you don't cross? Keep those things in mind. Next thing you're going to want to do is study your ancient ancestors. And this obviously varies from person to person. For instance, I'm like Mexican indigenous, so I would study like Aztec and Mayan culture primarily. That's just what resonates with me. But whatever ethnicity you're from, study the ancient culture. You're pretty much your ancient ancestors. You can watch a documentary on them. And after or a movie, whatever, but something, as accurate as possible. And try to understand them, okay? Because DNA literally holds information. And so your ancestors, the way they do things, the knowledge that they had, sometimes your purpose is very closely tied to that, in my opinion. So understand them, understand their rituals or what they believed in a spiritual sense, and try to find a bond between things that they do and things that you do. And some of it is going to surprise you. You're going to be surprised at how you didn't quite connect it, but then now that you know oh, this was actually an ancient like custom, or this is something that they did and I still do to this day. Little things like that, connections, those are going to help you understand your soul purpose, because we were all born into the lineage we were born in for a reason. So understand a little bit of the spiritual principles of your ancestors. And after, if you watch a documentary, you start understanding them, form a connection, try to feel, I don't know, I know this sounds like might not translate well to everybody, but try to feel them in you, because they quite literally are in you. They're in your DNA, and DNA is information, like I said. So feel them running through your veins, because they very well are. So next thing, let's move on. Understand the spiritual meaning of your favorite color. Your favorite color is your favorite color for a reason. The themes surrounding that color are closely connected to your soul. And you can also, when I say spiritual meaning of the color, I mean every color. If you look it up right now, like ancient cultures have a meaning for that color, but also you can do like the basic, this is the most basic color understanding, the chakra system, the 7 colors. Now I know that's not all the colors, but I'm not going to go through all the meanings of all the colors, but every color has a meaning. Multiple meanings, but like a core identity. Every color is a core identity. So understand the identity of your favorite color. Next thing, you can calculate your life path number with numerology. So if you don't know what numerology is, it's basically an ancient system where numbers pretty much have meanings. They can serve as omens, but they can also serve as just like, again, identities. So each number, just like the colors, has an identity. And your life path number can be easily calculated. You can look it up online yourself. You pretty much just add all the numbers of your birthday in a certain way. But, and then that's just the basic, okay? Understand that's just the basic number. There's more numbers than just the life path number, but the life path number is literally the number that dictates like what you're supposed to do with your life and with your soul. And each number has a planetary ruler. So understand the nature of that planet as well. And that should tell you a little bit more about your life's purpose. And then the last thing is study your Vedic astrology chart. And why I say Vedic rather than Western, which is the most common. Western is like, the stuff people make like little astrology memes of and all this and all that. But the Vedic system, which is the ancient Indian system, it's much more profound, much more focused on this concept of dharma and karma. And it can tell you a lot about certain, like, not debts you have to repay per se, but certain lessons that you are kind of like born having to deal with due to past life actions or past life roles. And so that also helps you understand what you are here to do on this incarnation based upon what you have done in previous incarnations. And depending on the person, obviously, some people, like, let's just be honest, and this is why some people struggle more than others. Some people misuse their power in a previous life and now they have to rectify that. And sometimes it's in very only specific areas of life, not every area of life. But the Vedic astrology, if you really study it and study it through that lens, it's gonna specify that a little bit more, because you have the 12 houses, etc., which are just 12 different areas of life, if you want to, put it that way. But anyways, those are some of the things that you could do right now to figure out your soul's purpose. And when you take notes on all these things, at the end of you taking notes, noting all these things down, notice that they're going to have similarities. And if you don't immediately see them, form them. Form the similarities between your name, meaning your favorite color, your life path, your ancestral beliefs. Like, there's chords there that connect it all together. And that's going to give you a really better foundation and solid idea of your life's purpose and your soul's purpose, obviously. But I hope you guys enjoy these tips, and let me know if you do this little exercise. Let me know what you found out about yourself, because we are all enlightened beings. We are all eternal beings, I meant to say. Well, actually, I don't want to say we are all, but that's a video for another time. But you are an eternal being, and you have a deep, rich history. You have past lives, and you have a purpose here. Everybody has a purpose here, and not everybody's purpose is different. So just as a side note, like, never waste your time trying to tell other people how to live their life or what they should be doing. Like, everybody has their own path, their own struggles, their own everything for a reason. Just focus on yours and watch the magic unfold, But anyways, thank you guys for listening, and let me know in the comments what you thought or what you found out about yourself.